Hi there guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Jake and you're here for a reaction, and today we are reacted to Season 1 Episode 3 of Moon Knight. Upon reflection of Episode 2, I think I judged it a little bit, just because it's something that I again, paint guys, sorry. Sorry I didn't point, you might just be looking at, why is he looking at his hand like that? Isn't he always that pale? I go, paint here. Again, I have to rush off somewhere. So... it happens. These are released every Wednesday. I don't want to get spoilers, so I then have to basically try to. By the time that America wakes up, then they only just start watching it, and then the spoilers start coming out on Twitter and YouTube and stuff like that. So by the time I'm going to finish my working day, I then have to rush home, and then I have to have in the evening every Wednesday I play football. So by then it's like I quickly need to fit this in. So I've done a brief explanation of of why I'm always in a rush on a Wednesday. So yeah, so there's that a brief explanation. As for last week's episode, and when thinking about it, I think I did judge it too harshly. Not even that harshly. I still said I very much enjoyed it. I was just a bit so with how with the invisible creature and how they're a bit sort of like going down. They were going down the alley. Oh, come on, mate! I think that's just my hang-ups on. I think about portrayals of certain things, but overall, I still think it was a very good episode. Preferred the first one; that was just blew my mind. But still, second one was very good. I'm intrigued to see where they go. Brief recap, I think, was that Mr. Knight, he finally turned up. Finally, second episode, he turned up. But Stephen, Arthur has got the scarab. Mark is now in control, and he is in Egypt. Otherwise, that's a brief explanation. I really need to jump into this. So guys, sorry if you expected more, but I hope you like this video. I hope I like this episode, and I'll see you on the other side.
Fine. Take them off the black market and return them to their rightful owners.
Belongs in a museum!
Great. Then I won't do either.
Like you aren't already.
A little backstory going on whilst they're just forging this.
But that's your baggage, not mine.
It's actually great. Yes. Yeah. No, they could have just either not given a backstory, just made her the wife, which would have been sort of how much better. But instead, they literally just dedicated the opening 2 minutes to her and her some backstory, relationships, blah blah blah. Oh, this is banging, and that was good. I thoroughly enjoyed hearing about her. Because I hope she's badass. She was when she turned up, kicked people about in the second episode. Kane's working sand? He must have like a platform on it or something like that. I don't know. The Irish detective is not red enough for my liking.
You're too late. You're never gonna find her.
What?
Really?
A mighty fine mustache.
Oh. What are we dancing? We fighting? What are we gonna do?
Oh, come on, man. That's like... What a wasted sort of like one-liner, and you miss by that. Oh god. Reflection.
Don't do it, Mark. Stop it. Stop.
Are we getting it from Marc's perspective?
Talk to you for a second.
They must be so fucking confused. This reminds me from like a... What's this? I think there was a... Uncharted? Where there was a level like this? Seems familiar. No, I'm not. There's too many reflections out here, man.
swear it wasn't me.
Then who was it?
We've got another one. Oh, I actually love this.
Praise Amit.
No. Oh.
I thought it talked.
That's fucked.
The hell? I didn't do any of this.
Also, I just want to say, that kid, if you could call him a kid, that's not a kid. That's a full-grown man with that deep voice. That vibrations I felt. Praise Amit. That's a man.
I have a bad one.
Ooh,
Khonshu.
y'all just manish, huh? So there's someone out there that's more badass than Mark. Oh, that like music just reminded me of the Mummy there. Oof, the music in this has been fantastic so far. I like the music for Moon Knight. Oh, that's great.
In stone. Spare me your self-righteous threats! I was banished for not abandoning humanity unlike the rest of you.
Oh wow. Fucking hell.
We will not tolerate violence in this chamber.
Oh shit. Is it Mark? Or Stephen had to play? Oh, she's back. Or is she leaving? Sure, she's leaving, isn't she? I've been very invested in this. That I feel like during that meeting with the gods that I didn't speak much. I was very much listening.
Come with me. I'll help you
Khonshu
find
trying to
your
steal your girl.
I'm here for me and for everyone else who would die if Harrow succeeds.
Copy that.
You're here for love, shut.
That sounds as... It's our wedding.
Aww. Now, Kith.
Recently.
What happened?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
No, I got to know. Tell me.
Harrow's men keeping tabs.
Could be.
Or it's the museum they're back from.
Remember, your name
Payback for what you did to the toilets.
He's looking forward to seeing you. After Madripoor, I'm sure you two will have a lot to talk about.
Madripoor, huh?
Excuse me for a moment.
Layla, come in.
Everyone's so handsome in this show.
It's it.
Because the information has to be unlocked. It's coded.
There he is.
You want to talk to me? Talk to me. What now?
What now? What now is...
Fine, have it your way.
All right. You are the worst.
Do you really think I'm an idiot?
A handsome idiot.
Get on your knees.
Anton,
Oh.
stop!
Get on your knees.
In a robe. Sir. It's a Disney Plus show.
Concerned third party, yeah?
Who is it?
Get up.
Oh, is him?
Unworthy of love. You piece of shit.
Hmm.
That's just a taste of the godly power
Oh,
I offer.
well. Shit. Oh! Fuck me, that was cool.
I could do that.
Oh god, Layla, fuck him up. He's too suave for this. Oh! Stephen, this isn't the time.
You alright?
The F out and talk for a second. Take the body. Take the body back.
Fuck's sake. Stevens. Oh. Oh, Layla, yes. Oh, that's his shoulder blade, so he should be fine. Oh my god. Okay, I thought he was like gonna. I thought he was gonna like jump off her back and onto her back, up and into him. Jeez.
Tick tock, Marc Spector. Tick tock.
You're a fucking civilian in this. Oh god, we're gonna get down to it. You're such a fibber.
I never. Oh, he's just trying to divide us. Don't let him get in your head.
Don't believe you, Mark. You bastard, Mark.
It's gonna take forever.
Let him out to play.
Go ahead, you're in.
Cheers, thanks a lot. Alright. There's not a lot of landmarks in the desert.
He's such a dork.
They came up with a.
It's gonna be so weird if she falls in love with Steven, but not, and she ends up divorcing Mark.
Sure.
That'll be nuts. That's a sitcom waiting to happen. You being a sensitive soul, Khonshu? Oh wow, he's actually just turning back. Oh my god. Oh my. This is nuts. It's turned into a fucking rave. It's sort of like Khonshu just starts to redeem himself. Come on, you can take the glass out. These guys are dope. These are gods, and they're falling for the plan of a normal man. These are supposed to be gods, and then they're but oh, let's come back to our clubhouse. Fucking idiots. Like, surely they can go, oh, let's just take a peek on where Khonshu's saying.
Can I tell you a secret?
Where the dig site is, and then we'll see that they're digging.
Your torment forged me.
Oh.
I owe my victory to you.
Alright, that was pretty badass. And that, guys, is my reaction to Season 1, Episode 3 of Moon Knight. Wow, like, honestly, like, I don't... last time I was this sort of, like, sucked in. Like, with the shows and stuff like that. I think was Loki. That, like, and episode 3 of Loki, if I'm correct, is when it ends after the scene where the moon is collapsing and it basically and it's pieces of Earth like plummeting toward the planet he's on. I can't remember what it's called now. And it destroys the rocket ship or the exit ship, the only way out, and then it ends just there. And I remember going like, oh, and I felt like I went, oh, with this one, really. Honestly, here's my thing, right? I can see when they're on that cliff with when he went to with your man, the young lad, the kid, hanging off the edge, when he was walking towards there and going across the rooftops, like running around, I was like, this is green screened. I could somewhat tell. Yeah. And I was like, alright, okay. But then they actually do things like that, and it blows my mind. And I'm like, how did you do that? But then I can notice when there's a green screen just in the background, like it's nuts. I'm actually quite gobsmacked, and I haven't got too much time to talk. So let me quickly go through this. I'll go through my notes. It's best basically I've written down the main parts. Layla, to start with the passport. Glad that we found out more stuff about her. We find out more stuff to do with them and their marriage and stuff throughout it, but more about her background and stuff like that. And I think she's a very good character. I could, you know, it's weird. I I couldn't work out at the start whether she was American or she was an English person doing an American accent. But I actually don't know what the actress's background is. But the fact is that she's sort of like is supposed to be from the area, not from London, America, but she's supposed to be from, well, unless I'm wrong, from Egypt way, where like, or at least where there was dig sites because her dad was at like dig sites and stuff like that. So so it makes sort of sense that her accent is a little bit sort of got a twang to it, which coming from me, like I've got a twang as well, so it sort of makes sense. So I'm sorry I judged you, woman that plays Layla. Yeah, I tell you what, that I love the fact that it was chop and change with Stephen and Mark when they were on top of the rooftop and he was fighting that fight. The fight, some of the things. Oh, listen, some of the things those lads were doing, like licking the knife and doing it. It was just like, just get the fuck on with it. Come on, like, just stop it. It's going to be very embarrassing to you when you lose. So, but this Stephen trying to be a pacifist at the wrong moments, but also Mark then waking up in the cab and then realizing what's just happened, gets out, sees the same people, and then they're like, oh! they must have been so confused. Poor lads. But yeah, that was good. Also, the fact that then he awoke after that as a new person, and it wasn't Stephen, it wasn't Mark. Khonshu then went along with it as in like, oh, so it's like, oh, who the fuck was this? So I that's something. That's what I said. Because also I've noticed in the credits, post credits at least. I don't know about was there anything at the start? I can't remember. Oh, it's just that Marvel opening. Yeah, but post credits it then has Oscar Isaac, and then it has like the face is layered off in 3, and then it has like where the rest of the body is. So we know about Steve and we know about Mark. So that's 2 of the faces, and there's a 3rd face. So I don't know whether that's just been added on now, or if it's always been like that. I don't actually know. I forget. But this 3rd character, who's more of a savage than Mark. Oof. Yeah, I put down dead kid, but I think I spoke about theory that wasn't a kid. That was a man. That was a deep voice. The meeting with the gods. It's like it was good. I like it. I like the fact they're using the avatars to talk. I understand that they all sort of like doing their own things and sort of that. But like, how do you not even have a grip hold like on what's going on here? How you sort of trusting, like I even said it towards the end when again they're in temple, how you just trust in this other bloke, like literally just say, let me see your tattoo, or one of Mark should have said, or look, his tattoo. Like it was just like, it's how have you not just sort of gone like, oh, I know your line because I'm a god, I can sense your line, or oh right, I'm a god, I can now appear to where we've just sent this to you, because he was at the dig site. It's not like he then was like walked away away from dig site and then was like, all right, okay, I'm gonna, I know I'm gonna get called soon. He was at the dig site digging away. The door's just open. He's walked through. So why don't you just go? Let me just check your dig site real quick. Let me go through your door and then just see that there's people digging. But I liked the whole meeting. I thought it was very good. Oscar Isaac was great in that, being able to sort of then go through. Like I think at one point I thought I saw him crying, unless it was sweat, but I saw like liquid fall from around his eye or face. So yeah, but he was great to like showing the struggle of Khonshu just speaking through him. I felt the sort of the feeling in his chest. I felt it. Yeah. Other than it, other than I put Layla returns. That's it. Again, I got so into this that I was just like, I paused. I don't know if I'll show it whenever this is coming out, but I paused like twice just to write down notes, and then at the end I wrote down notes because I was just so absorbed by it. So I just was like, I want to get these down quickly just to remember, and then I'll talk shit at the end. Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. So when they went, I wrote down boat party, but it was just the family on the boat, and they're like, I like the whole thing with them two. reminiscing on the boat again, sort of like having that little moment of, this is why we were together. Before then, it was like, yeah, I'm gonna keep myself a distance because I know what's at stake here. That Khonshu will like pick you as the next Avatar. So that's So, but it was nice to see like what it might have been before the whole sort of like shit hits the fan. So that was a nice little moment. That whole sort of seeing the tomb thing with like this fancy island. I mean, I don't know how the rich live, but I mean, what those lads on the horses were doing with just their sticks smacking it around. Like, they were wrong, they impaled Moon Knight a little bit, but it's like, you might as well just let the horse fucking just start kicking out at him or something like that. It's like, turn the horse back to him, smack its ass, kick its head in, like, because some of those lads were useless. But yeah, the whole sort of private collection, yeah, the rich do that and stuff. But that was alright. It was a decent scene. I don't know, what was his name? Anton? Unless I've just given him Anton. Maybe he looks like an Anton. I don't know, but I think it was Anton. Maybe not Anton. Maybe I could be really ignorant, and like he might have had like a really specific name. I'm just going, Anton. I'm pretty certain it was. He was a dick. But yeah, that scene was what it is. The suave bodyguard, he didn't last long anyway. Layla fucked him up. Well, actually no, she stabbed him in the shoulder blades around here. Maybe did she? I can't remember. So it didn't look like it should be lethal, but you know, who knows. But that fight scene as well, around down here. No, that was it. No, Stephen and Mark talking as well. I did enjoy that as when she was like, "Oh, he's praying," but that whole sort of being able to, he was talking to him, and then you saw the reflection above him turn around and say to him, "Oh, you want to talk now?" This and that, blah blah. So I did like their sort of, I like that when they're sort of talking to each other through the means of reflection. I do. I think that's a really, really, really good aspect of this. You again, you're just there and Stephen's just talking out loud, and he's taking advantage of the fact that Stephen is interested. But what I'm wondering is that Stephen's seeing it through the reflection that he's in, or is he seeing it through his eyes, as in Mark's eyes, and Stephen's seeing it through his eyes, and then the reflection of Stephen is just Mark's interpretation of seeing him. That's if that makes sense. But yeah. Again, Moon Knight just sort of vanishes and appears on top of the mini pyramid, and then just fucks everyone up. That was good. That was great. Some of those, yeah, he's a savage, like, and not as much as a savage as the secret identity, but he's just fucking throwing Moon Knight blades at people. That scene where he jumps out in his sort of cape then just becomes the moon. But yeah, that was great. And then obviously then Mr. Knight decides to take over. Mr. Knight, great. I thought that was so funny when he just gets absolutely fucked up almost immediately. He was like, no, okay, tag in, you take it. Like, it goes to show that Stephen needs to learn that when in this situation, he's fucking useless. Like, let Mark save the day here. And then, as we saw at the end, Stephen saves the day. Like, know your battles. Literal battles. But Tina Turner back time. I thought that was funny. But, yeah, that's just me being the funny bastard I am. I thought... yeah, the whole scene with them sort of trying to work out the papers, not being able to, and then that subtle change from Mark to Stephen, the Oscars, was great. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was like okay, and then that's it. It was like so subtle, but you knew, like, it was like oh yeah, here he is. But the return, that's when Stephen comes and does what Stephen does, and Stephen does that best. And that scene between where Layla's looking at him and she's there like, oh, like, I went for bronze. Bronze? Brawn. Brawn's fucking hell. Brawn over intelligence last time, but now I'm fancying the intelligence, even though Mark's still probably intelligent, but you know what I mean. So that again, like I said, that'd be great if she ends up divorcing Mark but staying with Stephen, and then whenever Mark turns up, she's just like, I'm out. Let me know when Stephen's back. So yeah, that was great. But also Khonshu sort of saving the world, but not sacrificing himself for the world, but also I don't know, he's a bit of a bastard, Khonshu. So like I don't want to say he's redeemed himself in this, because it could be all for his own selfish reasons that he's doing it. Because and obviously he said Stephen tell Mark he has to set me free. So yeah, but that whole thing with the lights, that was so good to see. That was insane. And yeah, I can't talk about that much. That too much. Sorry, as in, because otherwise I'll be here all night. Just think, what a scene. Yeah, Mark / Stephen asleep. I wrote. Well, maybe they're I don't know. Maybe they're dead. But no, they're probably asleep, passed out, unconscious. Maybe in another realm, mentally or spiritually. Maybe they've lost. Have they lost their powers now that Khonshu's been imprisoned? Possibly, I don't know. I still also, and how it ends with, I like the. I also that was it. I put Khonshu rocks at the end. My puns are great. It's punderful. But yeah, I see. I want there to be not necessarily. I don't want to lose his sort of edgy streak. You know, Khonshu. He's a bit of a bastard, but I don't want it to be a full-on bastard. Just a bit of a bastard. And also the end with Arthur. Like again, how they just thought, come on in. Come on, you were right. Don't go to talk to our imprisoned gods. Wander around our secret club. Like, oh, idiots. But I did like the fact that he did let Khonshu know that the reason why he's doing this is because of Khonshu. So it's you made me. You're Dr. Frankenstein and I'm Frankenstein's monster, pretty much. And I thought that was great. That was great. So I'm going to put the book down. Overall, what an episode. Honestly, I can't go over how much it captivated me. And to go from the second episode, which was good, like I said, but the first episode captivated me, I think, a little bit less than this one. I think I was a bit sort of this one, I was like I was proper into the dialogue, sort of like, oh, so good. I liked, again, like someone, I think I read something that they wanted to, because I said it last week, I can't remember if it was I think it was the lead director or showrunner or something, is Egyptian, and I said that I'd like to see a more authentic sort of view on Egypt. And I obviously I can't say it's authentic because I've never been. So, and even then, I don't think that people who go on holiday to Egypt know the real Egypt. So if people are like, oh, I've been to Egypt for like 2 weeks and it was actually quite authentic, or it wasn't authentic enough, you know, like there was too little of this and that. It's like, no, I'm going to leave it to the Egyptians to say if it's authentic or not. So, but for me, I felt, it seemed at points it wasn't like sort of like, this is the idea where it's like, it's absolutely sort of like the Stone Age. Like it showed you parts of it where it was like, it was more to do with the markets and less technology. And then it was the cities where the lights all lit up on the roads and all like the flashy cars and the built up infrastructure. And you're like, oh, this is what they don't show you, because it doesn't fit the narrative of what Egypt is about. It's old, it's ruined, it's filled with riches and blah 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 blah. So yeah, so it was nice to see a different side to it, a different side of Egypt. So yeah, so that was another thing I thought. Otherwise, again, I'm rambling. I need to fucking go. Otherwise, I thoroughly enjoyed that. yeah, I love the music. I'm just finding stuff, but I need to fuck off. So guys, thank you for watching this. If you're still here, sorry I'm rambling. If you like this video, like the video. If you like these type of videos, have a look around the channel. Maybe there's nothing here at the moment, but maybe there might be loads here. But there's other videos to do with me, with other people that I'm doing reactions with, blah blah blah. So have a little look around if you can, and I'll catch you in the next one. See you out there.